Tokyo Drift.
You found it? You
Yeah.
found it? Right? Yeah, bro. It's all on the
Oh
fucking
my
web.
god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm watching that shit right after
Oh,
this.
no question about that one. Mountain Light Sports back in the building. We got my co-host here, of course. To talk boxing, to talk MMA. It's my dude out here. We are going to speak about the UFC 278. Izzy Adesanya, Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira
No go.
card. Let's leave the juiciness.
Ah,
Shoot, fact.
ah,
Oh, indeed.
gold status.
Oh, indeed.
Ah.
Let's talk about the first stuff first, right? Well, you know what? No. Let's get to the smoke, man. Let's get to the smoke. No. No. Let's talk about Jorge. Jorge obviously did actually retire. Do you think that
Mhm.
was the right move?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, I know obviously all respect to him, but like I was expecting him to retire pretty soon. He's 20 years in the game. He's going to be
Yeah.
39 next year or this year, next year or this year coming up. But
Hmm.
yeah, he's 38 now, which is usually the time that a lot of fighters, or usually the age that a lot of fighters retire.
Hmm.
Your body just start, you reach that age, your body can't recover like it used to.
Hmm.
He said it himself. He's like, I don't feel the same no more when I get in here. Um, so I think sorry, he made the correct decision. I mean, he just made the decision to essentially, you don't want to go out like, like Alistair. I mean, Alistair has not even gone out yet, but he should be out. You
Alistair
don't want to,
Overeem?
yeah, you don't want to go out like that, bro. You don't want to go out like that. You don't want to
Yeah.
go out like Alistair Overeem. You don't want to go out on a, on a stretcher. You want to leave on a, nah, you want to leave on a good note, on a
Yeah.
good, not necessarily, you can't always leave on a high note.
Yeah.
If you want, if you love it and you want to stay in it, that's just the trade off. You can't leave you can't leave in your prime. If you want to keep doing it, you're gonna leave when you're when uh you're gonna leave when you've declined.
Right.
But you don't want to decline too much. Obviously you can literally see it. You can see when guys. I actually just recently, uh, before this fight, I watched Jorge Masvidal when he fought Nate Diaz.
Hmm.
You could just see that he's just not the same. He's slowed down a little bit. Even his movements, he's just a step behind these guys sometimes.
Hmm.
Um, but all respect to Jorge Masvidal, man. Jorge Masvidal is an inspiration, dude.
Facts.
Like Jorge Masvidal is an inspiration. One of the things that even made me interested in the UFC was his knockout of Ben Askren.
Yeah.
Of that first round knockout of Ben Askren was just incredible.
Yeah.
But and so he's an inspiration, and I don't think that uh even though he lost last night, I don't think anything is lost on his legacy, man. He's put in time, 20 years in the game. Started in Miami and ended in Miami. Um, so I just think it's super poetic, actually, the way that he ended,
Hmm.
the way that and he kept his word too. And he's like, yeah, if I don't beat Gilbert, I'll just retire right off into the sunset. You know, but that's like I said, you just don't want to go out. You don't want to go out like Frankie Edgar, bro. Like I was looking for a person. I was looking for a person. You don't go out like Frankie Edgar. You might have been watching that. I can't remember exactly which UFC it was, but Chris Gutierrez, who is a young up and coming 135er, big guy for the division, big strong guy. Caught Frankie right up the middle with a flying knee, and and that's the thing is Frankie the same actually Cheeto Vera knocked him out the same way, or not the exact same way, but he knocked him out with a strike coming up the middle.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, what I'm saying is you don't want to go out like that. You don't want to go out like that. And that's the thing was he had to retire that same night that he got knocked unconscious.
Wow.
Probably doesn't even remember his speech.
Wow.
But you don't want to go out like
You
that,
don't
man.
want to
So I
go out
think
like that, man.
that was appropriate. He ended it the right way, and Jorge's he got knocked out recently.
Yeah.
by Usman. So he ended it
Yeah.
the right way, man. He ended
Yeah.
it the right way.
I agree, bro. He actually, and you said this before, but he actually did a lot better than I was expecting. A lot better than I personally was expecting. Maybe some other people were saying he might have had a chance. I thought he was going to get blown out of the water, but he
Mm.
was able to stay in the fight. He
Yeah,
went the
he's a
distance.
dog, man. He's a
Yeah,
dog.
he's a dub. He got clipped a couple times,
Hmm.
but he was asking for more. He said, I said, he was,
He's a dog, bro.
say, yeah, he's a dog, man. He's a dog. And Masvidal, man, he's one of my favorite characters,
Me too,
honestly. Like genuinely, like I used to not like him when he was fighting Usman,
bro.
but
The,
like he is a great character. He is a necessary evil for the sport,
my bad.
and I like him, man. I really like him. I like his personality. I like his morals as far as like family morals, right?
Yeah.
I like him as a character, man, and you know I'm glad he decided to retire when he did because he hasn't won in a while. I think this would be the time before he gets knocked out again and has to retire. He ended it on a decent note, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he didn't win. That's all right.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, you ended it against one of the top guys. You ended it
Top,
with a good fight against one of the top
top.
guys who's probably gonna fight for the title after that.
Right. Bro, I thought the dude was going to get destroyed. That's just what was in my head. I thought he was going to get mangled. But
I didn't think that.
yeah, I know you didn't. Yeah, and you were right at the end of the day. But I thought he was going to get destroyed. But he stood in there. I personally would have gave him. It's hard for me to because I was kind of a little bit messed up.
Hmm.
But I
He honestly won the first round.
yeah, I was gonna say the first round. I would have given him the first round. And after that, a little bit different. But I would have given him the first round. He was in the fight the whole fight though. He was in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Again, his weakness has been, I think you've said this before, is his wrestling.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a ground game. He's a
Yeah,
great,
and and also like 170, like I said before, 170 is a grappling heavy division.
hmm
There's a lot of wrestlers. Even if you look at I mean, besides like Steven Thompson, if you look at like the top 10, it's a lot of wrestlers, bro. It's a lot of wrestlers. Usman, Colby, Gilbert. Who else at 170? Okay, I can't do it off the top of my head right now, but yeah, but it's a very grappling heavy division, and
yeah,
and he's a boxer,
exactly. He's
Yeah,
very boxer heavy. He's very good. The first time I even was introduced to him was someone told me he was like one of the best boxers in the UFC. That's
for
even
sure.
how someone introduced me to him. What's interesting is that since I was introduced to him, I've never seen him win a fight.
I mean, it's probably when was that?
That was the first Usman fight.
Oh yeah, yeah, that. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, man, he like Jorge Masvidal will is like Nate Diaz in the sense that he will always be a draw.
Right, right.
He's
Yeah,
always going to
yeah,
be a
yeah.
draw
Trust me.
because people
Yeah.
want to see him fight. He's just an exciting fighter, bro. He's a
He
dog.
is. He is. And I will always, obviously if he didn't retire, but like
Hmm.
he's one of those fighters where I'll always
Always
watch
brings
him.
it, bro.
He always brings it. It's always a good fight. He always brings the excitement, man. And part of it is his mouth, right? Part of it is his mouth, right? But he also can fight. It's not like he gets blown out of the water.
Dude, the way that they built this up, bro, was so good. Because I don't know if you saw it, but as soon as the event started, they played the video of him fighting Leon Edwards backstage.
Did they?
Yes, man, it was great. It was just it was in like the montage. It's not the only thing, but they played the montage videos of him, of him fighting, doing the backyard fights, of him knocking out Ben Askren, of him knocking out Darren Till, of him finishing Nate Diaz, of him he beating up Nate Diaz, and then of him, fighting Leon Edwards backstage. Gave him some beats backstage, man.
Damn, bro. I didn't even. I wish I did know they fought, but I need to see that backstage footage, bro.
Oh,
Leon
let me see if I can find it.
versus Jorge.
If I find it, I'll say, oh,
I'm
fuck
trying to
up.
find this thing,
Oh
man.
my gosh. If I find it, I'll send it to you real quick.
I think I saw it.
Um,
I think I see it right here.
okay. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. See, that's
Let me
why they
see.
were gonna fight. That's why they were originally gonna
Right.
fight.
Let me see this.
That's why Leon wanted him.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
damn. He gave him a good couple pieces. Good couple
Mm-hmm.
pieces, bro. Damn.
Mm-hmm. He's two piece with a soda. That's what he called it.
Two piece with a
He
soda.
called it a two piece with a soda.
Two piece with a soda. Damn, bro. That's fire. I can't even lie. But yeah, man. He's a great fighter, man. He will go down in history. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Great fighter, man. Great personality as far as the UFC world. Great draw. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that, he was able to know when it was up, when it was time. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he was able to know when it was time. But we'll go ahead and get into the smoke. We'll go ahead and get into the juiciness of the stream and the episode. Let me know what your thoughts, man. Let me know what your reaction was when you saw Izzy knock out Alex Pereira. Let me just run me through your night. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you went through.
Man, all right. So obviously, man, you know that there's these times in life where it's like you you like almost zone out, bro. You just almost zone out because like you're nervous, the nerves is in the back of your head, but you're like not thinking about. I'm telling you, like I was actually at a Cuban restaurant in Chicago last night when I had the fight on my phone. We were celebrating my dad's birthday, and um and I had the fight up, and I remember watching Gas Limit Curtis, and then
Mhm.
I remember watching Rosas Jr. and I remember watching Holland and Masvidal and all that, and I honestly just was not anticipating how nervous I was going to be
Yeah,
when that fight, when that main event started, when that walkout came. I was reading into everything, man. I was looking at Izzy. I was just like, dang, I've never seen him act like this before.
hmm
Dang, is he acting outside of himself? What's gonna happen? And just the man that I was so nervous. Watching it throughout the first round, I was just like so tense and just anxious.
yeah,
And then, man, when that moment came, that just picture perfect, I was literally saying, "Oh my gosh, he's gonna do it again. He's gonna finish him again."
yeah. Man,
And then that moment came, man, and it was just so beautiful. It's picture perfect. It was just perfect. It was a perfect
perfect.
storm, bro. It was just because you were so nervous. You were just so nervous watching it, and then you thought he was going to lose, man. And then the exact opposite, bro. The exact opposite of your worst fear
Man,
comes to fruition. And it was just, man, it was a beautiful moment.
it was
It
a
was a
beautiful
really
moment.
beautiful bro, an inspiring moment, bro.
Yes,
Like an inspiring moment. I wanted to be right back in the gym, dude. I
yes,
wanted to. Oh my gosh, man! I
bro.
can't.
It seriously it like everything you just said. I agree with. Man, I was watching the fight. Luckily, I didn't actually have. I wasn't actually as nervous as I was before in the last fight. The reason why is because I had some liquor in me. But
I did too,
yeah,
actually. I had a guava mojito.
mm,
Yeah, it was nice, bro.
mm.
Cuban spot, bro. It was
While I'm
nice.
watching the fight, man, I'm like, man, can he do it? And this is what I've said to you before. That's what I've said to other people. Can he do it? I was asking the question because in the previous fight, the third fight, I'm like, man, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Well, you can go look back on our old videos. I've said this before. I was just nervous. But in this fight, I was like, man, can he do it? I just was asking the question. And it was a beautiful moment, man. I mean, there was everyone in the bar was going crazy. There was a random ass dude. We looked at each other and we dapped each other up,
Embrace.
embraced each other. Everyone was screaming, and the reason why is because
Everybody's happy, bro.
it's the storyline, man.
Yes, it's a story.
He
Like
he he lost 3 times to this dude.
three
Three.
times. 3 times should have beaten him twice.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Really, really, if you look at it,
He
Adesanya
against yes.
has won. If you look at rounds,
Right,
he's
right.
won way more
Oh
rounds
yeah, yeah. And I said this in
than
my video
than
earlier. I
yeah
said
than
he's
he
won
has.
every single, well, at least the first and the third one, right? I didn't watch the second one, but the first and the third, you can let me know obviously if if you agree with
Yeah,
this
no,
the third.
I agree that he should have won that first fight.
Yeah,
But, it's what it
he's
is.
won every single round, almost every single minute. He's the better pure fighter, like as far as technicality,
Yeah.
right? He's done everything he needs to do. It's just that he kept on getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So now the fact that the hunter has become is now become the hunted. It was so sweet. It's the story. It's the redemption story, man. After all the adversity he's faced, he was able to come back and knock his boogeyman out.
He needed
And
that.
he needed it, man. He
He needed that for his legacy.
for his
Needed that for
legacy.
his legacy. Oh my
Bro,
gosh, he
look,
needed that,
when you
bro.
telling your future grandkids,
Bro, and it was the
your
way
future
he
kid,
won.
bro, it was so picture perfect. Cause bro, when I'm watching the fight, right, I literally thought it was over. Like
Hmm.
I watched my snap story back and back like literally probably like 12 times today, and I watch it back. I'm like, man, that knee to the chin, you got
He landed
bro,
everything, man.
he landed it, and
He was landing
bro,
everything.
it looked like he was gone, but his issue, his
He was watching. He was
bro,
watching the whole time.
but his mistake was he went in for the kill way too soon. Or Izzy had a lot more energy in him, a lot more energy in
Yeah,
him.
yeah. So but Pereira should have just Pereira really should have landed a couple shots, backed off, and
Precisely.
just timed it. He was kind of winging. He was
Exactly.
winging
But
at that
and
point.
the reason why is because there's a lot of pressure on him as well. Can you
Yeah,
beat this dude for the now? When we say fourth time, obviously that sounds like oh that's a bunch of times. But when obviously if you've been paying attention, we've said or Izzy has won pretty much every single round, every single second, every single minute. Right? Right. It's not like he was being dominated in any fight. We
hmm
know or Izzy is one of the is technically doing the better job, but again, it's the freakish power
His
of
size
it's just
and the
yeah, it's
size.
the size, man. It's the size, man. It's the
That
size.
guy walks around easily. That guy walks around like 232.
Bro, the guy is in a different weight class.
The guy really should be a he really should be a light heavyweight.
Yeah, you could even make a case for him to be a heavyweight, bro. You
Mm-mm.
could make a case for him.
Nah, but the heavyweight, nah, because the heavyweights are huge, bro. They're big. They're
Fair,
really big.
fair, fair.
They're like if you look at some of these heavyweights got a cut to make heavyweight. Like
But
if you look at Derek Lewis got a cut just to make heavyweight.
true, true, true,
Francis
true,
got a cut to make heavyweight.
true. How big is Francis though? 6'4", right?
6'4". He walks around at like 275.
Alex walks around at 230.
Yeah, like 232.
Then, although that is a very large bit, that is a very large
That's
that
huge. That's
that, that
massive.
yeah
He
that's
couldn't. He could. He probably. I'm not saying he couldn't knock out a heavyweight, but he would definitely have a
I
much harder time knocking because even Izzy ate left hooks. He ate a couple left hooks.
yeah, yeah, he did, and
Ate some
he
good
was
left
able
hooks.
to handle it. But I think he
Yeah, and
does,
if he can knock out Pereira out stiff, cold like that,
bro,
imagine what Ngannou can do to
bro.
him in a one
You're right,
shot.
but and here's the thing that most people are forgetting, right?
Hmm.
Alex has no defense, bro. He literally is fighting with his hands down, right? Like he
Hmm.
literally doesn't have any defense, bro. His offense is his defense, if anything.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, even you're not wrong because I've watched some of his kickboxing matches too, and he's just a force. He relies on his power. He
Yeah,
relies on his explosiveness.
exactly.
Even the way he knocked out Jason Wilness, um, he just went for it, bro. He just went for it.
Hmm.
And I just think that Jason Wilness did not expect it. The way he knocked out Jason Wilness in kickboxing. And the thing is, man, what the hell? And the thing is, playing, what the fuck was that?
What the
And
hell?
and the thing is, man, um, uh, he is. a legend, bro. He is a legend in the sport of kickboxing
Hmm.
because he is the only uh two simultaneous two division world champion in glory history.
Hmm.
All right, so he is a legend in the sport of kickboxing. Um, but yes, but I just think that you also got to look at the fact that yeah, his defense. And the thing is, I don't think that he can't have good defense. I think that he
He
just
chooses not to.
yeah,
He
I think that he can weather the storm a lot.
exactly. He can weather a storm, but in this case, Izzy was. We knew that Izzy had the
I don't
power
think
to.
he's ever been knocked out, man. I don't think Pereira's
No.
ever been knocked out.
Wow. Wow. Isn't that just crazy? The guy that you
Yeah,
kept knocking out has now knocked you out for the first time in your career.
that's crazy, man. I mean, let me see. I mean, I'm gonna check real quick to be sure.
Yeah, check real quick. I'm actually gonna go use the washroom. Stay with us, viewers. I'll be back in a second.
Alex being knocked out. My boy gotta go use the washroom, as they say in Canada. How many how many times has Alex Pereira lost? So I won 25 of them by knockout. I lost three fights. Um, oh wait, actually, let me look up Alex's kickboxing record real quick. Alex, dude, I'm a phenomenal speller. Kickboxing record. Kickboxing record. All right, all right, all right, all right. Glory Kickboxing. Alex Poetan Pereira. Won 33. It's 33 and 7, 21 by KO.
What do you say?
So
Robin?
hold on. Yeah, hold on. I have his record up right here.
Okay.
So his record in kickboxing was 33 and 7, 21 KOs.
33 and 7, 21 KOs.
Yeah, yeah. So lost unanimous decision. Unanimous decision. Ow! I just poked myself in the eye. Unanimous decision. Oh, Artem Vakatov. That was the I couldn't remember the Russian guy's name, but yeah, he won majority decision. He won by majority decision.
That's the one dude that kept beating him.
Or no, or he lost by majority decision.
Okay.
And the first time they fought, he won by split
Okay.
decision. I saw their first fight. I didn't see their second fight.
Okay.
Um, but I'm looking to see if he's ever been knocked out. And no, all of his losses are by unanimous decision, in or by just one was by majority decision. But um, but no, he's never been knocked out cold before. So that is just
Yeah.
poetic, dude. That is just poetic.
That's poetic, man. It's a story, man. It's a storyline. It's a story. Literally, bro. Like the fact that he was able to get it done, it just like, man,
Only
it's so sweet.
bro, only been knocked down one time in his career.
Wow.
One time in his kickboxing career. So 15 so he's knocked down, or he has 15
Uh-huh.
knockdowns,
Like,
and his ratio is 15 and 1 knockdown ratio.
wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so glory rec. Oh my bad. His glory record is actually 12. Not his kickboxing record, but his glory record is 12 and 4, 8 by KO.
8 by KO.
Jesus, dude's a
No, he's a
monster, man.
monster, bro. He's a monster. He's a beast. He's a beast, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but yeah, man, it's just super poetic the way that Izzy is able to
He
just
was able to weather
put a
what?
stamp on it. That's
Honestly, bro. Like
crazy.
this was his last chance, and he pretty much came clutch, man. He pretty much came clutch. He did,
Mamba
yeah,
boy.
yeah. He knew this was his last chance, bro. He knew. If he had lost tonight or last night, it would have been over for him. Not really, but like as far as in the eyes of the public,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because okay, yeah, we know Alex is a beast, But if he's the champion, who else are you gonna beat? You know, if you're the you know what I'm saying? You're gonna drop down the
Yeah,
rankings. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
And it's the thing that we say about trade-offs in life, though, because I think that while it was, obviously like high risk, high reward,
hmm
these rematches, we talk about this all the time. These rematches, they happen super
yeah,
fast,
right,
3 months, four
right.
months. Uh, but I feel like if he waited super long,
hmm
it would have honestly feel like it would have died off a
I
little bit.
agree.
The hype would have died
I
off
really agree.
quite a bit, and it just wouldn't have had the same poetic nature to it. The
Facts,
fact that he came back 3 months later
facts.
and knocked him
Knocked
out.
him out cold, finished him. Didn't win, and we said this earlier, right? And if you guys have been paying attention, we said this. Either he's gonna win by knockout or he's gonna win by wrestling, right? We said
Bro, do you
this.
want to know what's crazy too? Like after that happens, the USADA, or not USADA, but the athletic commission, wherever you fought, if you get knocked out or if you get finished, a lot of times they put a they essentially, I don't even remember the word right now, but they essentially put uh like a hold on you, like a ban, like you can't train or
hmm
fight. Uh, and so even with that, even with having to take the time off, still managed to make the adjustments, come back and knock him
Right,
out.
right.
So it's just incredible, dude. He's really. And I was looking at a post today, and I want to know your
hmm
opinion on your opinion about it. Um, but what do you think in terms of GOAT status? Where does he lie with Khabib? Is he above or below him?
Okay, let me let me give you what I think, right? Yes, it's great to be undefeated. Okay, it's great.
Hmm.
It's right. But when we look at Khabib, we know that he did not fight the best competition until the end of his career, and then he ended it
Hmm.
quickly. Okay, in my personal humble opinion, I have Izzy above Khabib, and I'll tell you why. The reason why is because it is extremely hard to beat someone or fight someone in general more than once. And Izzy did it and looked great every
Hmm.
time. Now he never won until the last time, right? So I'm not gonna, shit on Khabib. But I will say that Izzy showed that he had more skill than Alex every time. He has been a more dominant champion. He was more active. He did more. And Khabib, while he, I'm not gonna, say that he's not one of the goats, but for you to do what Izzy did takes a lot more than what Khabib did. I'm just putting that out there. For you to go
Hmm.
out there and face a guy that has knocked you out twice, has beat you every single time, you go against the whole entire world. It's more than what Khabib did. Khabib, while he's still one of the greatest fighters, right? He didn't have to
Hmm.
face that adversity, man. He didn't have to adapt. Now, of course, in fights, right, he did. But I'm saying in general, he never had to adapt to a certain fighter, to a certain style, as far as like a fighter goes, right? And I think I got Izzy above him now. Right now, I mean, he did what he did. He did what everyone thought was not possible. He did what everyone thought was not possible. I didn't think it was possible. I thought he was going to lose. I wasn't obviously I was rooting for him, but I thought he was going to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I got Izzy above the man. Regardless, again, this this this
Yeah,
this this
I would say that as
this
well.
this this illusion where people are undefeated, it's a Mayweather thing. People have to realize there's only one Mayweather. Yes, other people have been undefeated, but 26 champions is a Mayweather thing. Not everyone's gonna be Mayweather. That's let's put that out there. That's fine. It's not a big issue, right? But We gotta just realize that, right? So this undefeated thing, let's throw that away. If we take away the undefeated thing, is
Yeah,
he?
yeah. You're saying just don't consider being undefeated. Just take that away.
Yeah,
Cause it, yeah, I get what you're saying. Was that yeah that no that was Izzy's first loss at middleweight either way.
right. And
Yeah.
he went out there and he dominated every single time. He's fought. Would you agree with that? He's fought better opposition than Khabib. Like, would you agree? Like in total.
I mean it depends. They both fought the top guys in their division, but Adesanya has had
Hmm.
rematches. It's the thing, like he's beat people twice.
Twice, which is it is extremely hard to beat someone twice.
Yeah, he beat Whitaker twice, beat Vittori twice. Who else did he beat again? Oh my goodness. No, I don't. I think those are the only two that he beat
Hmm.
twice that he had rematches. But either way, there was the only reason why he didn't have other rematches is because of the way he beat
Exactly.
some of these people.
Exactly.
Like they're not looking.
There was no reason to have a rematch type shit.
Yeah, because it's also just like you know like if you look at Paulo Costa for example, like he destroyed Paulo Costa,
Hmm.
like knocked him out in the second
Hmm.
round. He also knocked out Robert Whitaker in the second round, but Robert Whitaker, he stayed like at the
Hmm.
top. He stayed at the
Exactly.
top. Same thing with Marvin Vittori. He beat Marvin Vittori.
Uh,
That big blockhead. He just has a
right.
chin, man. But he beat him. He beat Marvin Vittori. Um, the first time. He continued to rise. So it was like I have to fight these guys
Hmm.
again. I have to fight these guys again, and it's hard to beat somebody
It's
twice,
hard,
like you
man.
just said.
It's
It's
hard.
hard because they make the proper
Exactly.
adjustments. The thing is, they made mistakes that they can capitalize off of. All they saw was you do good,
Exactly.
and it's when you're only doing, excuse me, when you're only dominating, man, and this is actually what we kind of like what we saw with Raul Rosas Jr. this
I didn't see
past
that fight, but I heard about it.
yeah. So this last night what we saw with Raul Rosas Jr. When you just have not been through adversity, it's very hard to when you get there to know what to do. To know what to do. And the thing is, we've seen Izzy been put in really tough positions and make it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That makes
we
that makes a
saw him.
champion.
Yeah, and no, we saw him adjust in his second fight with Marvin Vettori. He got taken down, four times. He got taken down four times. Both, or excuse me, two of those times he stood back up very no immediately. Marvin Vettori didn't really do any damage with the takedowns. The other two times he actually ended up reversing the position on Marvin Vettori and doing some damage on the
Hmm.
ground. But I do think that he's higher in the GOAT discussion currently. I think that if Khabib would have stayed,
That's the thing.
that we
And
would
that's the
have,
thing we will
you know.
never know because he
Yeah, no,
never stayed.
I don't think he cares about that. I think he just
Yeah.
knows though. I think he just knows like, hey, I don't need to be the best. I don't need to because he doesn't. Khabib really doesn't have an ego
I
like
agree.
that.
I agree.
Yeah,
Um.
he doesn't have an ego
Yeah.
like that.
Um. And that's always the question, man. Had he stayed, what would we have saw? What would we have seen? Right? That's the question that most people are always asking. What would we have seen from Khabib had he stayed? And we'll never find out, right? Now
Yeah, I mean,
we know that he did beat, what, Gaethje, Dustin, Connor. Who else?
Gaethje, Dustin, Connor. He beat Michael Johnson. He beat oof, goodness gracious. Wait, let me look up Khabib's record so I could just tell you the Nurmagomedov record. Yeah, but all the people that you mentioned, he beat Michael Johnson. He beat yeah, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Conor McGregor beat Michael Johnson. He was man. One fight that I would have loved to see was him and Tony Ferguson in his prime. It never
Never.
happened.
Why now?
It
Why
never
did that not
happened.
happen?
Tony Ferguson, literally, bro, he literally trips over some wires backstage and blows out his knee.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Yeah, dead ass.
That's what happened?
But yeah, yes, he beat Edson Barbosa. He beat Ali Quinta. He beat a lot of really good guys. Beat Rafael dos Anjos. How could I forget about that? He beat Rafael dos Anjos. Dude. But honestly, when I'm looking at a lot of really the most notable guys he beat were Justin Gaethje, Dustin
Right.
Poirier, Conor McGregor, Edson Barbosa, Rafael dos Anjos, Michael
Mhm.
Johnson. I would say Ali Quinta. Um, but yeah, those are the most notable guys that he's
Right.
beat.
And would you say
Yeah,
that's more than Izzy has done? Like as far as like names? Izzy has beat
I
and
mean,
remember you just said he's beat dudes twice. Twice. I mean
yeah,
and dominating fashion. Whitaker fight was a little bit closer than the first one, obviously, but he still dominated the fight.
no,
Sorry. Oh, yeah, right. No, yeah. The second one was closer than the first. Yeah, you're right. But either way, right? But he
yeah.
still dominated the fight, right? He still won majority, you know what I'm saying? So, so you got Whitaker, Costa, Vittori,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Cannonier,
Cannonier,
shoot,
Brunson,
Romero,
Rome
golly,
Romero,
man.
Alex, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
Anderson
saying?
Silva.
Anderson Silva. They don't even
Yeah,
compare, bro. That these are all
yeah,
names that
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah.
that you know.
Hold on. He beat, yeah, Derek Brunson beat him.
You know what I'm saying?
Marvin Vittori, Rob Wilkinson. That was actually his
Ga
first fight in UFC.
Gaslam,
Gastelum, yeah, that was for the interim belt.
right? Like he's beaten so many big
He's
names.
no, he's beaten some power threats,
Right,
bro. Yoel Romero,
bro.
and he can beat them standing up.
Right. No,
Like,
no good. No ground game. No ground game, bro. Standing up boxing, martial
dang, man.
arts. We can't even. I don't even think we can even. That's a dis. Bro, he's higher. He's higher, bro.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, but other people can make okay. That's just our opinion, but
Right.
other people. But yeah, I would say he is definitely higher in terms of the goat decision,
Hmm.
in terms of the goat conversation.
Right. Because we
But
we also
man,
gotta remember, man. Goat doesn't see again, and I always come back to this. Mayweather, we need to get that out of our head because Mayweather has, even though he's great as a boxer, he's great as a businessman, he is single-handedly, his record has single-handedly destroyed the boxing world. Okay, we need to get his record, get his, image out of our head. No one is gonna be like Mayweather. There might be someone that might be undefeated, but he is a little bit different. People just can't admit that. They just can't admit it. He's a little bit different. He literally grew up being trained by his whole family that were boxers. Faced some of the best boxers in the world. Pernell Whitaker faced his uncle Robert Mayweather. Or sorry, I'm not sure his name. Rob Mayweather, whatever. Sugar Ray Leonard faced his dad, um, Floyd Mayweather Sr. They got the experience from the best. So we need to throw away his, the dad, or sorry, Floyd Mayweather, as far as him being like the template of a GOAT. He is a GOAT.
yeah,
I
yeah,
will say that, but like that doesn't define what the GOAT is. You get where I'm coming
yeah,
from?
yeah,
So, um, sometimes, bro, losing is what makes you the best. Sometimes losing is what makes you better.
yeah. You got to see them go through
You
adversity,
gotta,
man.
you got, we gotta see how you handle the pressure, bro. Are you
Hmm.
clutch, right? Are you really clutch? Cause Alex, or sorry, Izzy showed that he is a definition of clutch last night. He literally came through after everything.
In the second round.
Second round, bro. He said, "Man, if I don't win this fight, No one's gonna believe it. And I was one of those people. I would not have believed him had he lost the fight. Not to say that I would have not watched him, but his my belief of him would have been gone. Because I was saying to myself, I'm like, man, he needs to win this fight. This is a fight that is so important for him. And
Hmm.
I said this last time too, but I said obviously because he was a champion, the leverage he had, he was able to get one more chance. This was his last chance. And maybe that's what he needed, man. He needed to know that this was his last chance to get the job done. And he was able to get the job done, man. And I can't be more prouder than him, man, or prouder for him. I'm so glad.
Yeah, man, I was happy, man. I was
Man,
I was on the moon last
bro.
night, man. Screaming in the car, just excited. Just I couldn't believe it
I
when that happened. I just could not believe. I was just like, even though we said it, even though we said that he has two paths to victory,
mm,
even though we said like he's either gonna have to wrestle him or he's going to have to knock him out. He's going to have to finish it early.
mhm, mhm,
Even though that's what we said, I still did not see it happening
bro.
because like I said, Alex ain't never been knocked out before. He
Right.
was knocked down one time in his career,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
it's oh my gosh,
Bro,
man,
it was so
the way
sweet watching it, man. It was so sweet watching it, bro. Like when I saw him, I'm trying to put myself back into my shoes back last night. I watched the fight and I'm like, man, I literally thought it was a wrap because he had gotten Izzy with a really good knee and it landed and it looked like he had like taken it looked like he was hurt, pretty much, put it that way. It looked like Izzy was hurt, right?
yeah.
And Izzy pretty much like he said, man, he said he played possum, but he came over right with that right overhand
Hmm.
and just
Yeah,
boom.
started it off with the jab, set it up too. He
Technically,
set
yeah, it
up.
was a jab.
He set up. He no, it was a left jab first.
Was it? Oh, the
Yeah,
beginning.
he landed that left jab
Okay.
first. He set it up, kind of pushed him back a little bit. That is like the range,
Hmm.
and then came up with that. He looped it. Couldn't he really did not see that punch coming. And then
Bah!
you don't expect that thing to come again, especially when you're
Exactly,
stunned.
exactly. When you're
And then
stunned, bro, like you're not
it's
even,
called a reload. It's called a
yeah.
reload essentially.
And with Alex's, poor defense, his hands were down. He wasn't blocking anything. And the thing is, bro, he's literally fights the same. Well, he's fought the same way with all the time. Well, I don't know about, especially the time in UFC. He's fought the same way with Izzy. Hands down, kind of waiting, waiting. He might block. Don't get me wrong. He might block, but his hands are down. And if anyone has fought before, it's a lot easier to block a punch if your hands are here versus here. You know what I'm saying? Also, you can punch
Hmm.
faster as well because you gotta move your hand less versus your hand being here and then going to punch, or
Hmm.
versus here, it's right there. You can just
Yeah,
punch. So his hands were not, man. He's defensively irresponsible. Um, but it was a great moment, bro, for the sports history, bro. Everyone, I didn't see anyone that was unhappy, bro, in that bar. And
yeah,
even
yeah,
on the internet, bro, I saw everyone that was just happy. I'm just genuinely happy for him that he was able to
yeah. Because the
conquer it.
thing is, I think everyone likes Otis. He's such a likable
He's a very
guy.
likable guy.
And he, I've seen him on so many different podcasts and stuff like that. And I shouldn't say so many different, but like Flagrant was really this comedian Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
In his podcast, he's really in on. He's in with the culture, bro. He's
Hmm.
in with the culture, and he
Definitely.
shows his personality. He has the Freestyle Bender channel. Um, man, he just sells himself very well in his personality, and he puts himself out there, and I think that's what people like. And so no, people don't want to see him lose, man.
Yeah.
People don't want to see him
Yeah.
lose.
He's like this is a bad comparison, but he's like when if anyone knew, but if and he's like when XXX Tentacion died, where
Hmm.
you felt like you lost a friend because it wasn't that you knew him, but through his music, you felt like you knew him because
Oh yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
were
I
able to
got, I get
relate
what you
to
mean.
him, especially with
Yeah,
Izzy.
yeah,
He watched Naruto, he watched anime. He had a lot all the references of kind of like our generation, right? And
yeah.
it feels like he's like your brother.
Connecting with
Yeah,
us.
like
Yeah.
you're able to like okay, I know him type of thing. Like you know that
Mhm.
personality. Like you know someone
Yeah,
like him,
yeah, yeah.
and it becomes something where I start to identify like yo, okay, that's my dude. I want him to win. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yes, sir.
you know what I'm saying? So it really. But hold on, bro. I got hold on, bro. Hold on.
This man's wearing pajamas. This man is wearing his pajamas. I think he went to answer the door. No, but real talk, we got to talk about this merger. When Mark comes back, we're going to talk about this merger. The UFC and the WWE just made a 21.4 billion dollar company that has no name yet. Where did this article go? Crap, I literally just had it. But UFC WWE merger. There it is. Everything we do and don't. Oh
All right,
wait,
bro.
it's
Yeah,
literally right here.
my bad, bro. What do you say?
It's all good.
Okay.
No, but I just brought up the merger.
Oh yes. Let me just finish my thought. But yeah, man. Izzy is like again, just to reiterate, it's like someone you know, and it's like he's like that cousin that's really cool. You're my cousin, but
Yeah,
he's like that he's like that family relative, bro, that you just like, or that friend that you just cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you
yeah.
want to see him do good, and we were able to see him do good, man. But yeah, let's get into this merger, man. WWE, UFC
Hell
merger.
yeah.
Let's get into that. Let's get into that for sure.
Yeah, man. So the WWE and the UFC have essentially created the Endeavor, which is the UFC's parent company. They merged with the WWE. They made one company with Endeavor owning 51% of it,
Hmm.
and the WWE owning 49. So Endeavor would be the sole shareholder, essentially. And I'm not an expert, so I don't know exactly what that entails, but that basically means that because it says right here, Ari Emanuel, the Endeavor CEO, will oversee it all. So that basically, the UFC now, obviously not solely, but the UFC now has a $21.4 billion promotional machine behind them.
Wow.
Yeah, and so
Wow.
yeah, man,
Wow.
I don't know what the changes are going to entail. The company doesn't even have a name yet. So we have yet to see, but holy dude. I mean, we just talked. It's so crazy that this happened because we talked about how the WWE
We
is
did.
all promotion. We talked
Yo,
about how
that's
it's
so
all
true.
promotion.
And we also talked about how our favorite like kind of like fighting and that kind of combat sports are kind of
Mo-
modeled with
the
or modeled
promotion is modeled after the WWE.
after. Exactly,
So
exactly.
man,
That's so interesting.
I'm excited to see what they have in store. It's actually really cool because I didn't know this, but Daniel Cormier actually announced at WrestleMania.
Which the new one?
Yeah, there's a
Wow.
video.
Okay.
You could probably see it but I believe it's a post show analysis, like what they would do after a main event or something like that. But it's basically him, and I don't know the other two people because I'm not up to date on my WWE. But it's him and two other
Yeah.
analysts, and they're talking, and it's just like, dang, I like that, man. I like that. I really like that because
Nah, for real.
it's going to add to the mythos of the
Yeah.
of people in the
Yeah.
WWE
Indeed.
because they're real commentators.
Right.
Daniel Cormier is a
Right.
real commentator. He's not one of
Right.
the. He's gonna bring that. He's gonna bring that flair.
Right.
Man, I love it. I love it. I can't. And I'm looking at the what's it called? I'm looking at the article right now.
Uh-huh.
Um, But Endeavor sees the opportunity to leverage the strengths of both in one entity, but that doesn't mean undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns is going to come into and challenge it. Duh. But uh, but yeah, man, I like what they're doing, man, because they're going to have some not cross promotional, but they're going to be able to use different aspects
Precisely.
of each company that works and
Precisely.
put it into no, now they're going to be able to put it into the WWE, and
Universe.
maybe some fighters who they retired, they could go into the WWE now and make some money over there,
Yep.
and then vice versa, like like we talked about, like the Brock Lesnar effect.
Hmm.
Now we could have some WWE stars maybe come in and do MMA.
Right.
It's going to be, it's going to be
It's gonna be
it's a
interesting,
lot.
man.
It's a Yeah. They're definitely going
The,
to be interesting. It's a lot, but what I'm excited for is the promotion.
yeah.
Is to see how big are these events going to get,
Right.
because you think about it, you're bringing over a fan base,
Whole fan
whole
base.
fan base, man.
Whole fam. Like, I mean, little kids might start be getting into MMA, UFC, right? Grade 5, grade
Yes,
6,
sir.
12, 10, 12, 8. You know what I'm saying?
Tapping into all audiences, man.
Right.
That's really what it is. That's really what it is. It's the UFC and the WWE. They're tapping into all audiences.
That's right. And now it becomes a thing where, you know, there is no restrictions as far as in boxing, right?
Hmm.
If I want to go fight this dude, he might be on a different promotional company. But in this case, there is no, we're all under the same umbrella. So there is no excuse, right?
Hmm.
Boxing needs to follow this template.
That's
And
so.
if they don't, they're going to see a serious, serious, serious issue
Yeah. So would
with
you
the
say?
sport.
So you would say that the four different federations probably they need to merge.
They need to merge, but that won't happen. I think what needs to go down is there needs to be another company that's going to come on, and everyone essentially needs to leave that main company and go to that one. But that's
Yeah.
going to be
The thing
hard
is, in
because
boxing, is just like people. Uh, you know, and I can't really fault them too much, because I mean, you kind of have the same thing in MMA where you have different organizations, but the thing is that everybody understands that the talent level in the UFC
the UFC is the
is the
best.
best in the world.
Yeah.
You have other very deep divisions. Obviously, you have other world class fighters in different organizations.
One UFC or
Yeah,
one
one
FC,
FC. You look at Bellator. You look at
Bellator,
AJ McKee over in Bellator. You look at look at AJ McKee. I had just an after image from the light, and it like tripped me out for a second. You look at AJ McKee. You look at Patricio Pitbull over in Bellator. Mighty Mouse used to be in the UFC, but now he's over at ONE FC. So you have some have some obvious world class talent in other divisions, or excuse me, in other organizations. But the UFC is the best. The UFC is
yeah,
where everybody is
wants
aiming.
to go.
Is I shouldn't say everybody. Some people just more care about money and whatnot. But that's where everybody at some point in their life is aiming to go. You can't say that everybody at some point in their life is aiming to go to Bellator, or aiming to go to the
Mm,
PFL, or aiming to go to
mm,
ONE FC, but everybody they look up to the UFC.
yeah,
You're having the title of UFC veteran, which
that's right.
yeah, in May 13th, I'm actually going to one of the guys who used to train at my gym from back in the day. um, he's a UFC veteran. His name is Santiago. Um, he's putting on a clinic on May 13th. Uh, so that I'm gonna go to go train with him and get coached by him.
Okay,
Um,
lovely.
yeah. So just having the title of UFC veteran like carries so much weight,
It does.
even more than like a Bellator veteran, or just saying that
Yeah,
you're a pro, because it's not even that hard to acquire a pro license.
right, right, right. You just gotta, you gotta get through the ropes. Even my dude, the dude that used to train me a couple months ago, his trainer fights in the UFC. I don't know his name, but one of the cards, I think a couple months ago, he fought Khabib's cousin and he actually beat him.
Khabib's cut. Wait, in the UFC?
Yeah, the UFC.
I am
It
thinking.
wasn't too long
Was
ago.
it
It wasn't too
wait?
long
Was
ago.
it Zabit who he beat? Yeah,
Nurmagomedov
Nurmagomedov. Was it Zabit?
might be. Find out who his last fighter is. If you find the name, I'll be able to confirm for sure.
Wait. Okay, wait. Say what you said again. So you said
The my coach, my old coach that used to train me right at the same gym. His coach fights in the UFC and he beat Khabib's cousin. The last couple months, like it wasn't long ago at all. It might have been like a couple, like might be a month ago, might be 2 months, but it wasn't long at all.
okay. Was it? Oh, was it? Was it Abdul Manap?
No, it
Abdul
wasn't
Manap
him. Mm-mm.
under the
I think it was a
Tolas?
Spanish dude.
Hold on. Oh wait. You said look up Zabit's fight. Zabit's fight. Zabit kind of he actually retired. But wait. Was it within when? Was it within like
It was.
what's the time frame?
It might have
Oh
been.
wait,
It
wait,
was.
wait. I said Nurmagomedov. His last name is Magomed Sherpov.
It was definitely between um the Volkanovski and Islam fight up and then till now. I can actually find out exactly when. Actually, what am I doing?
Yeah, find that out real quick.
I can find that out.
I need to. I need.
Uh,
How do I find? Okay, I need to all the Nurmagomedovs. All the
I'll
Nurmagomedov.
tell you exactly when it was. I hope. Yeah, yeah. It was March 13th.
Okay,
March 13th. I'm not sure.
March
Um,
13th.
okay, and the guy was Jonathan Martinez. Yes,
His name's
Jonathan Mart.
Jonathan Martinez.
Yeah, he's a UFC fighter.
Okay, 1 second. Jonathan Martinez, UFC. Yeah, I see him. Mexican
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
Five. Bantamweight.
Bantamweight.
Yep, I see him. I see him.
Yeah, that's my dude's.
Oh, as of March 13th, he is what the bro, he's 40 he just broke into the rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 14th.
Damn. Yeah, he's my dude's. He's my old trainer's trainer, or he's my old
Yeah,
trainer's
that's
friend.
crazy. That fight broke him into the rankings. As of
Yeah.
March 13th, 2023, he is number 14 in the UFC bantamweight rankings. Wow.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Cuz I'm going to go right here to his record.
Mhm.
Um yeah.
Have you seen him before?
Saeed, that's right. Saeed
So,
Nurmagomedov. Yeah, he
yeah.
beat him.
Yeah.
I did not see. I can't remember if I saw that fight. Which one was that? Oh no, that was Jan versus.
Exactly.
Oh
Yes. It
my
was fight
goodness,
night.
that
It
was
was fight
fight
night.
night.
It was fight night. Say it again?
That was that. I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
That's
yeah, man. I can't remember what the but I know my old trainer went there, went to the fight. He has a picture, everything like that. Like he's there at the fight. He's with Jonathan, but I just don't remember what he is to him. I think either he's his old trainer, or sorry, he's his trainer right now, or it's his friend or something like that. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's his trainer because I remember when he was training me, he was saying that the stuff that his trainer teaches him, which is in the which he is in the UFC, he trains us. He gives it to us, type stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, he won.
my goodness.
He beat Khabib's you baby cousin. You know what I'm saying?
A unanimous decision too. I gotta go back and watch that then. I gotta
Yeah,
go back and watch that. Dang,
yeah,
he fought Cub Swanson.
hmm
Jeez, bro.
yeah. Guys,
Yeah,
apparently good.
the dude's been through it, man. Holy
Yeah, yeah.
Morales. Yeah, holy cow.
Yeah,
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 keep me posted on. I mean,
for
I'm
sure.
staying
I'm
posted
I'm
on it.
gonna Monday tomorrow. I'm at,
So
or no, Tuesday.
nickname is Dragon,
Dragon. That's hard.
and he's a southpaw. Okay.
Damn.
Oh, so he fights out of Factory X Muay Thai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where does it say the location?
Uh, Let me see real quick. Damn, he's 18-4. Eight by TKO, two by submission. Jeez. Hold on. Let me actually look at that real quick.
Mhm.
Cause you know,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. We'll wrap it up after this,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna look up this factory. I actually have heard of that gym before. Oh,
oh
I
yeah,
have way too many tabs open.
that happens, bro.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I have way too many
Hmm.
tabs open. My shit's about to crash. But let me just look this up real quick. Factory X Muay Thai. Factory X Muay Thai. Um,
Oh, that's
in Englewood.
Colorado. Colorado, it says.
Englewood?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Colorado. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
these guys are from all over, bro. They
Yeah.
literally will fly out,
Yeah.
go and
Facts.
stay somewhere, and they'll travel around to what's it called? They travel around to to train
Yeah.
and whatnot.
No, you're right. You're right.
Stand face.
But yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are going to head out. Again, we are on a new channel. We will definitely start going live next week. And unfortunately, this channel has been compromised. Unfortunately, very, very unfortunate, bro. I don't know about YouTube. They fucked us up, but it is what it is, man. We're gonna start fresh and go ahead. Well, anyways, like and subscribe for more content, man. The new channel, if anything, same name, Mel Knight Sports. I'm gonna put a community post up there for you guys, and we gonna be out. So, peace.